so good. I really hope people try this because this is so good.
What's going on, everybody? We are back again here for another video. Today we are going to be making a deep dish pizza, actually. So we are, of course, going to go ahead and put that on the Camp Chef smoker here, cook it up that way as opposed to using the oven. Again, a little bit more smoky flavor, which we all, of course, like here on this channel. So I'm going to get this pellet smoker fired up here, get the pizza put together, and then throw it on there and then see what we got here. So let's go ahead and get started.
Alright everybody, so we got the smoker heating up outside. That's doing its thing here. I'm going to talk through the ingredients a little bit. So first, I got some pre-made dough. This is from Aldi. It's the Mama Cozy's brand. I really do like this. It's great. If you're like me and you don't like working with dough, I absolutely hate it. So this is a great pizza dough that I like to use anytime that I make a deep dish or even a flat, thin and crispy. This is a great dough to use. We got some mozzarella here. This is from Boar's Head. These are just slices as well. Make sure that you're getting slices. Again, you don't want to get that pre-packaged stuff that's in the packages. That's got some sort of a starch on there and it's going to make for less creamy, less cheese pull type of cheese there. So we definitely want to use regular sliced deli cheese. Then we got some provolone here as well. This is from Boar's Head, and some pepperoni from Boar's Head. So this is going to be a pepperoni deep dish that we're going to put right on there. I'm going to cut this up a little bit too, just to make it more manageable in the bites. Got a little bit of salt, some Parmesan cheese, Italian seasoning, some olive oil. For the sauce, I am using Rao's marinara. That goes great. And then I got some of this beef tallow that I've been making as well. We're going to use that to oil up the pan. Behind me there, I've also got some pizza sauce that is warming up. So it's going to help take away kind of like the tanginess. It's going to make the sauce a little bit more tasty when you warm it up that way. So we got that going. But let's go ahead and start off with the pan here itself. So I'm going to pour some of this oil in the pan. A little bit should do the trick. And then just rub it in here. So I melted down that tallow because if you keep it in the fridge, it does get hard. So I melted it down in the microwave so that I can spread it around like this. That should be good. Next, we're gonna go ahead and get this dough out. I've let this rest outside of the fridge for about a half hour. Makes it a little bit easier to manage. And then I just like to spread it out a little bit with my hands before putting it in the pan. We are using a cast iron pan as well. You wanna make sure if you're doing this, you're using a cast iron pan, or at least one that is oven safe. But a cast iron pan retains heat really nicely, so we're gonna use that. Now, the trick is to just spread this dough until you can get it to stay up to form your crust here. All right, so as you can see now, the crust is all the way up the edges here. Let's make it a nice bowl for the ingredients that we're gonna put in here now. I'm gonna start with the pepperoni, going straight down. So now I'm just gonna cut this into nice little triangles. Like I said, it makes for a little bit more of a manageable bite. And then we just lay it down, kind of an even bottom here. All right, so the sauce is cooking here. It's on a real low heat, just a nice, gentle heat up here. So when we put it on the pizza, it doesn't start instantly cooking the cheese, but warm enough to where it's gonna taste a little bit better. So I'm gonna let that keep going here. Then get back to this. Here we got now the pepperoni all laid down. Next, I'm gonna come in here with the provolone and just again, lay down an even layer. So I like to go one layer of the provolone, then another layer next with mozzarella, and then come back with whatever I got left of the provolone. So it looks like I got 2 slices, so I'll just rip these in half and just kind of spread them out. And 2 slices of mozzarella, same deal, cut it right in half and put it down. And honestly, I think that could use a little bit more cheese. So I'm gonna come in here with a little bit more of both. Let's face it, we all love cheese, and cheese is good. All right, now that we've got all our cheese laid in there nicely, the next thing that we're gonna do is get the sauce over here. So I'm gonna just give that sauce a taste, make sure it's to my liking, and then we're gonna go ahead and just pour it right on top, just like a good Chicago style deep dish pizza. So let me grab that here. That tastes good. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and pour this right on top. Try not to splash it all over the place. And then just try to make sure you've got full coverage of the cheese. And there we have that. All right, so next, let me bring this up here. We're gonna go ahead and just hit this with some Parmesan, as well as just a little bit of salt. It's just kosher salt. Just a little bit extra saltiness in there. That's good. Come in here with some Parmesan cheese. And that on top there is gonna crisp up nicely, create a great flavor. So I'm not gonna be shy with this Parmesan. And then one more thing here, is just some regular Italian seasoning right on top. Got that. And finally, for this deep dish, is we're gonna go ahead and just pour a little bit of olive oil along the crust here to help it cook up nice and golden. Now, if you don't have a smoker, what you do from here is just go ahead and have your oven set to 425 degrees, and you can let that go for about 30 to 35 minutes. Keep an eye on it, see where it's at. Your crust should start to get golden. That's how you know that that is fully cooked. What I'm gonna do on the pellet smoker is I have it set up on the high smoke setting right now so that this gets a nice layer of smoke. Then I'm gonna bump it up to about 350, 375, somewhere in that range to finally get this cooked through. And I'm gonna put it right over that hot pot again, so that way it's getting the most heat coming up through the pan, heating up the pan, thereby cooking the entire pizza. So now that we got this put together, I'm gonna head outside to the smoker and get this thrown on there. So I'll see you guys outside. All right, so we are out here at the smoker now. It's running at 217 degrees Fahrenheit on high smoke. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on here. I'm thinking I'm gonna do about 10 minutes, but I'll check on it every so often just to see where it's at. And then bump it up to 350 here. So got a little bit of smoke going. Put it down just like that, right over that hot pot. Again, I'm gonna do a full kind of review on this smoker here, but that hot pot is right in the center here. So all that heat, there's a deflector there, but the deflector is only gonna deflect so much. So it's gonna start heating that up nicely here, as well as getting that smoke. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this up now, give it about 10 minutes, and then we'll check back in again here, okay?
All right, guys, so this has been on now for about 10 minutes. It's got enough smoke on there that I'm going to be comfortable with going ahead and bumping this up to a higher temp where there's a little bit less smoke, but it's going to actually do its cooking now. So let's go ahead and take a quick look, see what it looks like, and then I'm going to bump this temperature up here. So as you can see there, it's just barely starting to cook, but that crust started getting a little bit more color on there. That means that that smoke is penetrating and getting in there. Plus, don't forget we use that smoked tallow as well, so that's going to get into the crust and get a nice smoky flavor in this. A little extra zing on top of a good deep dish pizza. But that's looking good. I'm going to go ahead and set this temperature up. I'll bump that up to 350. I'm going to go ahead and smoke 8 for this. Let that get back up to temperature. Close this up, then check on it again in about 20 minutes here. So I'll see you soon. All right, guys, so it's been about 15 minutes. I'm gonna just give it a little check here, see where we're at. And as you can see, the crust is starting to grow nicely. So I'm gonna let this go probably now, give it another 10 minutes, and then see where we're at here. But so far, looking pretty good. Alright guys, so in total it's been a little over 40 minutes. I did also about 10 minutes ago bump this up to 400 degrees so that it started cooking a little bit better. And that, what we are working. So that looks pretty good to me. I am going to go ahead and just probe this just to get an idea of what the temperature's at. Right in the center there, yeah, that is all melty there. So we're looking at about 165 degrees, a little over. But that, oh, you can already see the cheese pulling. That is going to make for a really good deep dish pizza. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the smoker off, bring this inside, let it rest a little bit, and then go ahead and get a cut. So see you inside. All right, guys, we got the pizza inside here, and it smells amazing. I can't wait to get into this. I let it rest for a couple of minutes. You want to let it go at least 10 minutes, but I can't wait anymore because it smells so good. Be careful with this pan. It is hot. I've got like a fabric glove over the top of this rubber glove, so it's going to let me handle this pan a little bit, but it is going to be hot, so be careful. Now, if the oil did its job, this should not be sticking, and yeah, this pizza is spinning in here, but that crust is nice and crispy, so that is ready. Let's go ahead and carefully get this out of the pan here. And the pizza should hold together just like that. Come right out. Guys, that is cooked so nicely. As you can hear, crust is nice and crispy. All right, so we got 2 things here. I've got like a little pastry knife that I'm gonna just use to kind of get the first cut in here for the crust. That way it makes my big knife easier to get in there and cut. I'll do straight across to the other side, just like that. Same thing, come in here, give that a cut. Make sure you're all the way through. Come back this way, cut a slice out. Show you guys. Nice cheese pull. Boom, look at that melty cheese. That is amazing. Now, I am gonna go ahead and try this now. Probably gonna burn my mouth, but it's gonna be totally worth it. Definitely burned my mouth. Totally worth it because that is delicious.
You get a little bit of a hint of smoky flavor in there, which is all that you really need for a pizza. And honestly, that tastes amazing. You get another bite in here because that is so good. The cheese is so melty. Come on. That's gonna be a hit. You guys make this, your family, friends, whoever is gonna love that because that is delicious. So let me know what you guys think. If you try this out, put your own spin on it. Remember, it's cooking, it's not science. You can mess with the ingredients, you can do things that you like. Just stick to the basics and you can get great results just like this, because this is absolutely to die for. I mean, I'm gonna eat this and probably a whole nother slice because this is amazing, but this is super heavy. So just be prepared to have to unbutton your pants at the end of this meal because this thing is so good. But that's a video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and share with your friends and family, and I'll see you guys in the next one.